welcome back to Alice Talks Football, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about all the latest Manchester United transfer news and news that's come out in the last 24 hours. Now there's been a lot of stories and updates on Sergio Reguilon to Manchester United. The Real Madrid left back that was on loan at Sevilla last season has been linked with Manchester United for the last week or so, and the rumours have been heating up every day, and a lot of people have been asking me questions about this because there's news that Manchester United are in talks with Reguilon and his agents, and I believe that is the case from what we know. There's also a couple of journalists reporting that personal terms have been agreed, but are these reliable journalists? Are they not reliable journalists? Have personal terms been agreed between Manchester United and Reguilon? I'm going to be answering that question in this video and giving you all the latest updates on Reguilon to Manchester United, as well as there is some news and updates on the Jadon Sancho situation. Are Manchester United still in for Jadon Sancho? What's happening with Jadon Sancho? And is Jadon Sancho going to be a Manchester United player before the Crystal Palace game? Are we going to step up our interest after the international break, like the rumours? Before I get into all of that, I'm going to talk about the first story in which Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wants Sancho. He wants a left back and a centre back. He wants Sancho and two other players by the end of the window, and it's believed to be Sancho, a left back and a centre back. So could he be getting Sancho, Reguilon and another player by the end of the transfer window? Who knows? Is Solskjaer going to push for that? Who knows? We know that Solskjaer's gone to Ed Woodward. Fix it. Fix the Sancho deal. Sort it out. Pay the money. Get Sancho. We know that Solskjaer is an ambitious manager, wants to return Manchester United to the top, so he might be like, you've got to back me, Woodward, we've got the money, get Sancho, fix it, get Reguilon, let's get a centre-back. Who knows? The thing with Manchester United is this week in the transfer market could be a make-or-break week. We could be sitting at the end of the transfer window and our only signing is Donny van de Beek, or we could be sitting at the end of the transfer window signing Reguilon, Sancho and someone else. It is really weird how this transfer window is going to go, but I think this week is going to be a big week in seeing where deals are going. Like, is there going to be more stories in this Reguilon deal, or is it going to die out this week? The international break ends tomorrow. Are we going to be stepping up our Sancho interest or not? But let's get into the Reguilon story. So make sure you hit that like button, subscribe down below, share this video, and let's get into it. Okay, a journalist called Sergio Reguilon came out and basically said that personal terms have been agreed between Reguilon and Manchester United. Now I looked into this journalist because he's not very well known. I'd never heard of him before today. And you know what, he's not the most credible journalist out there, he's not the most well-known journalist out there, but he seems to have some links to Spain, so there could be some credibility in this. So I'm going to read out what his tweet said. United have agreed personal terms with Reguilon. The negotiations have started with Real Madrid. They want a buyback clause with a fixed fee. But as stated this weekend, Real Madrid is willing to sell without the clause, which is promising because we know that Manchester United, we will not want a buyback clause if we get Reguilon. There has been other reports about a buyback clause. This journalist is saying, you know, he's agreed personal terms, negotiations have started, and there's a chance there'll be negotiations without a buyback clause. You know, which is very promising, but this journalist is not Fabrizio Romano. This journalist is not Simon Stone, or this journalist is not tier one. This journalist is not well known, so we do have to take this story with a pinch of salt. But there could be some truth in this, especially since it's coming from Spain. And the weird thing is, the two clubs other than Manchester United that have been linked with Reguilon the most are Sevilla and Napoli. And Sevilla and Napoli sources, which I'm going to get into in this video, are basically saying he's going to Manchester United. So maybe it could be a situation in which, you know, Reguilon to Manchester United is a lot closer than we know, but Manchester United are trying to hide it. Like with the Van de Beek deal, we tried to hide it till last minute, but obviously Sevilla and Napoli know that he's going to Manchester United, so that's why sources from Italy and Spain are saying that he's going to Manchester United, or hinting he's going to Manchester United. That has got a lot of fans questioning, like, why are the sources of Spain and Italy saying he's going to Manchester United when he's been linked to Napoli, when he's been linked to Sevilla? Do they know more than what Manchester United are telling people? Because obviously Manchester United haven't really been telling, you know, their journalists like Simon Cooper, Simon Stone, James Cooper, sorry, much. And with the Donny van de Beek deal, we kept it very quiet until the last few days. So maybe is this something that Manchester United are trying to keep really quiet? But the Spanish and Italian journalists actually know from Napoli and Sevilla that Reguilon could be going to Manchester United. Who knows? But I'm going to get into the other stories, but take them on with a pinch of salt because he's not the most reliable journalist out there. But there could be a chance that personal terms have been agreed. But even if personal terms have been agreed between Reguilon and Manchester United, it doesn't mean anything. Jadon Sancho has agreed personal terms to join Manchester United, and that's confirmed by Fabrizio Romano, so that is a fact that he generally has, and nothing's happened. So you can agree personal terms that Manchester United still need to put in a bid. So Mundo, a source of Napoli, as I was saying earlier, how Napoli were linked to Reguilon, have basically come out and said Manchester United are ready to materialise their interest in Sergio Reguilon by making an offer with bonuses of £25 million. Again, not tier one reliability, so you do take up a pinch of salt, but it is interesting how Napoli and Sevilla sources are saying, you know, he's ready, he's off to Man United, like, that's it. And obviously Napoli and Sevilla were the two clubs that were most interested in him after us from Real Madrid. So again, that is interesting. So basically, sources from both Napoli and Sevilla who are interested in signing Reguilon have both stated that he's close to joining Manchester United. So let me know your thoughts on that in the comment section down below. Now, Francesco Parisio, who's works with Marzio and stuff, a pretty reliable journalist, actually had some updates regarding Reguilon. He basically came out and said, Manchester United are in constant talks with Sergio Reguilon's agent. Now, this guy's a pretty reliable journalist, you know, has some pretty good connections, and he's saying they're in talks. So obviously, when you're in talks with the agent, that's about personal terms, agreeing a deal. So even if personal terms aren't agreed, it kind of links in with obviously what Sergio was saying, with personal terms are agreed, we're in negotiations. He's saying that Manchester United are in talks with Reguilon's agent, meaning that personal terms, if they're not agreed right now, and they could be agreed very soon, because a pretty reliable journalist has said that, you know, we are in talks. And the fact that we're in talks with the player and the player's agent shows that we are interested in the club. Again, as stated earlier, we can be in talks with the player and his agent, we can agree personal terms, but we still got to agree on a fee with Real Madrid, and hopefully Real Madrid do not force a buyback clause on us. The Sevilla director of football actually came out and said some stuff regarding the issue of Sergio Reguilon. I've already said it, we would love to have him, but it is complicated because there are economically very strong rivals with whom we are not in a position to fight. In other words, he's probably describing Manchester United. Sevilla want Reguilon, but Manchester United are economically better club, so we can beat them in the race for Reguilon. Again, another Sevilla source, the director of football Sevilla, hinting that, you know, Reguilon is not going back to Sevilla because there's an economically stronger club in the race, and who's he been linked with the most? Manchester United. So there are some very positive signs in terms of Reguilon to Manchester United. Basically, Cope came out and said Manchester United are the best placed team to sign Sergio Reguilon, but the problem is that United do not want to include a buyback option for Real Madrid, which links with one of the things I was saying earlier. So right now, from what we know about Sergio Reguilon to Manchester United, this week could be a make or break week. We could get Fabrizio Romano come out in 2 days time and be like, oh, Sergio Reguilon to Manchester United, here we go, or Manchester United are putting a bid for Reguilon. As far as you know, we haven't put in a bid, but we're in talks with Reguilon, we're in talks with Reguilon's agent. We are the favourites to sign, and sources from Sevilla, sources from Napoli that wanted Reguilon have basically said he's close to joining Manchester United. The media team at Manchester United obviously trying to keep this quiet. So I think with Reguilon to Manchester United, there's something in it. He could be close to joining. He's following our players on Instagram. It could either be one of two things. Manchester United are working on this guy behind the scenes. We're trying to hide it from the media, keep it quiet, and he's going to come to Manchester United. Or it could be Manchester United are interested in him, but they're not that serious, we're not going to pay the money. And in a week's time, it could be like that Upamecano story where it's like, you know, Reguilon to Manchester United will not happen this summer. So it is a make or break week, and we'll have to see where it goes. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below on Reguilon to Manchester United. Would you like us to sign Sergio Reguilon? And what's your thoughts on all the latest news that's come out regarding him in the last 24 hours? I'm now going to move on and talk about the Jadon Sancho news. So Jan came out and did a tweet just sort of giving his latest news and opinion on Jadon Sancho, and he said, Sancho is still the main priority for Man United, that I understand. Would be a great asset for the club on and off the pitch. Problem, no culture in Germany selling players too late. As I see it, the only game changer is a big bid. Now, Jan is a really reliable journalist, especially when it comes to German connections. He's the first man on the Sancho news, and he's saying Manchester United still really want Sancho, but we've got to put in a big bid to get him. And we know at Manchester United, you know, Christian Falk came and confirmed that if Manchester United pay £120 million for Sancho to Dortmund, Dortmund will let him go. And all he said to Woodward, fix it. So the only thing, as I've said multiple times on the channel, standing between Sancho and becoming a Manchester United player is Manchester United paying €120 million or £108 million. So if Manchester United decide to pay that €120 million, because Sancho's agreed personal terms, he will be a Manchester United player. But if we don't decide to pay that money, he won't be a Manchester United player. However, the international break ends tomorrow, so there could be some big updates coming out in terms of the Sancho story soon. Konstantin Ecker, a journalist, came out and said Manchester United have intensified their efforts to sign Jadon Sancho, but the situation has not changed. Dortmund plan to keep him for another season. Now, this guy has some credibility, but where he's wrong in a sense is like Dortmund probably plan to keep Sancho next season, but Christian Falk, who's proper reliable on the case, has said if Manchester United pay up that €120 million, Dortmund have told Sancho they'll let him go if we pay that €120 million. So obviously Dortmund want to keep him and Manchester United want Sancho. And I know the news on Sancho is a little bit repetitive, but Honestly, the only thing between Sancho and Manchester United is Manchester United paying 120 million euros. Will Ed and the Glazers fix up 120 million euros to sign Sancho? And as I said earlier, it's a make or break week. This week we could find out some more big news on Sancho, we could find out some more big news on Reguilon, we could even be linked to another player. But that's all the latest Manchester United news sort of going around today. Now let me know your opinions on that in the comment section down below. And if we signed Donny van de Beek, Reguilon and Sancho this window, what would you rate that out of 10? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching this video. If you have not already, please hit that like button, subscribe down below, share this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.